Hi, this is Rahim Zulfikar Ali from Excel Basement Private Limited, and in this video we will learn that how to extract top 5 or bottom 5 values from a data when we have no duplicates, when we have duplicates, and we want to ignore the duplicate occurrence or the first occurrence, or we want the same number occurrence multiple times. So the first disclaimer is about this video is that those users, Excel users who have the proficiency in understanding the VLOOKUP function or index match function along with the if, they will understand this video easily, and this is basically a video for a target audience who have the proficiency level from intermediate to advanced. If you stuck in between, if you don't understand any concept, and if you are very basic user of Excel, so I prefer you to go to our YouTube channel Excel Basement, and where you will find a lot of videos regarding index, match, COUNTIF, VLOOKUPs. Okay, and then you can get an idea that actually this all about this video. So if you are a proficient user and you use Excel smartly, and you know the functions like large, small, if, index, match, COUNTIF, so this video is for you. Now in this first scenario which we will be discussing is we have a data and we have two columns here. So the first is for the products and then the second one is of sales, and in this first situation we are going with an assumption that we have no sales number is being repeating, so we don't have any duplicate. And what we are trying to do is we are just fetching the information from a data set that we have created a logic. It's basically giving us top 5 or a bottom 5 sales and their product names accordingly when we click on any of the option button from this interface. So you can see that when I click on top 5 option button, the top 5 product names and their respective sales are being coming from this data set. And when I click on bottom 5, so these numbers are changing and I am getting the bottom 5 numbers and their product names, right? So how this interface has been created, how this logic has been created, that is very simplified. Let me explain. First, you need a developer tab to be available on your Excel ribbons, and you have to go to insert, and within the form controls category you have to insert the option button. So once you inserted the option button, draw it on your spreadsheet and make sure that you connect this option button to any of the blank cell of your spreadsheet, and that's very simple. You have to right click in this contextual menu. The last option is format control. The format control dialog window will appear and you need to connect with a blank cell anywhere on your spreadsheet to create a logic. So once we are done with it, so you can rename that option button. Simply right click and edit text, and then definitely in this example I have connected this option button with a cell called I2. Okay, now how these top 5 numbers are coming from the data set, it's very simple. I have applied a function that is called large, and in the large function the first argument is the array. So I have selected the sales entire range. You can also give a name range to this entire data set. That will be very easier for you to understand the function, because with a different kind of situation and assumptions your formula get very long, and instead of seeing the absolute ranges everywhere within the functions or the formula, these name ranges will give you more meaningful way to understand the logic about that scenario. Okay, and from this particular large sales we want the highest value, then we want the second highest value, third highest value, because we need top 5 here. So instead of writing manually 1 2 3 4 5 in every of the row within the k value of this function argument, I have used the dynamic function that is called rows, and in this particular array I will create the dynamic range by making the first cell absolute and the other one should be the relative. So what will happen, as I soon copy and paste this formula downwards, definitely I will get the top 5 in each of the row, in each of the cell. right? And the same will go opposite side. If I want the bottom 5 numbers, so instead of large I have to use the small function, right? Now how to get interactivity with these buttons, like if I click on bottom 5, so these sales are coming bottom 5 and their products as well. So definitely I have nested this logic with an if function. So I have wrote a very simple logic here. If I2, which is the cell link for the both these option buttons, if the cell link, which is the I2, is equals to 1, so equals to 1 means whenever I click on top 5 option button, it will fetch the large values of top 5 from the data set. And definitely if the I2 is not equals to 1, then definitely it will be equals to 2 when I will click on bottom 5 option button. So definitely I have created a logic in value if false function argument, return the smallest values accordingly. So this is the simple logic, and this is the scenario where we don't have any kind of duplicate sales, right? So I hope you understand this entire concept. This is very easy. Let's move towards the next situation. Now in this particular situation, we have the duplicate values in the data set, okay, and we have duplicate values in the sales. So for your demonstration I have just highlighted few numbers which are coming duplicate. So for example, this 4986 is coming 3 times in a data set with 3 different products name, product 5, product 10 and product 14. And again there is one more value which is 3789 for the product 16 and 18. And I have also highlighted a bottom value which is coming duplicate this time in the sales column for the product 1 and 4 respectively. So now what the assumption we are taking here is that we have created a logic here, but we have also nested one more function, because whenever we have the duplicates in that particular column, we don't want that duplicate value to become and we want to surpass that duplicate value. So if for example 4968 is coming 3 times in a data set, right, so we don't want that particular value to be extract 3 times in our required situation. We want to jump to the next highest value, okay. So every time if the highest value, if any of the sales values repeating multiple times, either 3 times, 4 times, 5 times in a data set, we want to surpass that. We want to exclude that number of occurrences, and we just want to switch to the next occurring highest number from that data set. So in this kind of situation, I have used one more addition to the formula family, that is called unique, as compared to the previous one, right? So again the logic remains the same. So whenever I click on the first option button, that is for the top 5, so I3 will be equals to 1 in that case and return the largest values, but this time unique. So I have used this function and also with a rows, because it will create every time a new number in every of the row. So what unique will do is it will fetch the top 5 numbers, but it will surpass, it will exclude that repetitive number, okay, and it will switch towards the next highest number. And definitely if I will click on bottom 5 option button, so then I3 will be equals to 2, and this entire equation will run. That will return me the smallest numbers which will be unique again from that particular sales column. So whenever I click on any of the option button, for example bottom 5, now it is giving me the bottom 5 numbers, although the sales numbers are repeating. If you can see that 183 is coming from product 1 and product 4, but here we just want to have that number one time only. And there is one more logic here, because as you know that now 183 is being coming for the 2 products, and we have here created a formula here for, with respect to the 2 different functions, that is called index and match. So if you are familiar with index and match, you can understand it easily. Now the index and match is basically returning the product name, but definitely based on the first occurrence. So 183 is coming here, but definitely 183 is on the opposite side. We want the product name, so product 1 is being on in this data set is being on top, whereas the product 4 is in the second occurrence with the same number of sales. So here we have a limitation that because we were concerned about the top or bottom 5 numbers from the data where we need to just switch or cross to the next number. So definitely with this assumption, whatever the number product name will be available in the data set, with the first occurrence that name will return here. Okay, now sometimes we have these kind of situations from the user side, so we create these kind of solutions for them. But let's jump to the third and final situation. Now here the situation is like we have the duplicate numbers, we have the same numbers in the sales column, and this time we are extracting, for example, not top 5, we can change the number, top 8 or bottom 8. Okay, so as you can see here, whenever I click on top 8, now the highest number in the sales column is 4968, which is coming with the 3 different products, product 5, product 10 and product 14. And if you can see here, now this highest number is being repeating 3 times in the data set, which is coming in the extraction with the help of our logic which we have created. And also now you can see that these 3 values contains with 3 different product names are also being fetched from the data set. Now for that, as we know that index and match has the limitation that it will return that number product name accordingly with the first occurrence, not with the second occurrence or the third occurrence. Now for that we have created a helper column here, and within this helper column we have created a logic that count the occurrence of sales number every time and return a number, and then join an ampersand with that sales number. So we have duplicates in the sales column, but now as with the helper column we have created a column which is basically a primary key where we have no duplicates, and that for that reason the index and match is performing very smartly, and we are getting the logic here. Now definitely we have nested the if function here. Why? Because whenever I click on top 8, this cell link will generate 1, and when I click on bottom 8, this cell will generate a different number. So here I have used the if for different kind of situation for handling the 2 situations, and within this I have used the index and match. But this time if you can observe here that the lookup value in the match function is entirely different. Now this countIF function is generating a number, and then with that number we are saying that give me the large values, top first one, second one, third one, fourth one, right? So this will be more a real-time challenge for the users to drive the repetitive numbers from the sales column or any other column, and do not surpass or cross that number even if it's repeating 3 times, 4 times within the data set. And if you can observe that in the product 16 and 18 the amount is exactly the same, which is coming 2 times, right? 3, 7, 8, 9. But we are also getting 2 different product names dynamically because we have created a helper column, and then index and match with a combination of all large rows countIF function is being helping them to drive the different product names from the data set. And when we click on bottom 8, so you can see that in the previous example where we have 183 with just product 1, and we needed this number not to be repeated every time with nth occurrences, we need the second lowest number because we need to cross that duplicate scenario. But here in this situation, now you can observe that 183 is being coming 2 times, and it's being listed, it's being extracted from the data 2 times, and also with 2 different products name, product 1 and 4. And in case if I change any number here in the sales column, for example, if I change for the product 8 183, now you can see that it's dynamic and it's giving me 183 for the 3rd time because I have changed the number again, and with the product 8. So this is how whenever your situation gets changed and mold, your formula definitely gets a little bit longer. because you need to nest some other functions to help all those remaining functions as well. In this situation, I have used the VLOOKUP, which is very much easier and popular function within Excel, with a combination of getting and extracting the top 5 or top 8 large values. And if the option button bottom 8 is being selected, so definitely if function will switch towards the value if false function argument, where we have instructed to provide us the smallest values from a data set, right? So I hope you understand this logic, and I will definitely share the download link of this specific file on my YouTube channel video description link, or if you are watching this on Facebook, you will find there on the description. And go ahead and play with this file and learn some awesome advanced tips and tricks by the Excel Basement. Thank you.